Hi, it's Danny from Weblinx again. Now, today, in the next of our tutorials, I'm going to be showing you how to install Google Analytics onto your WordPress blog or WordPress website. Now, the best way to do this, as in the webmasters, is set up a Gmail account and go to Google Analytics. Again, this is one that I haven't set up before, so I'm just going to go through it step by step. Now, in this tutorial, we're not going to show you how to read analytics because it will take time to gather some data. But what I will do with this test set, as soon as it starts gathering data for the traffic it's receiving and the keywords that it's receiving for, I will go through on just how to read them. But again, this is just for the installation of it. Now, we're going to go to Google Analytics, Access Analytics. Now, I'm going to put in the Gmail that I created, which is video.weblinks@gmail.com. Put my password. Right, and this is the first screen that I'm going to come to. Now, because it's got nothing set on it before, it's telling you basically how to do it. But all we're going to do is go to sign up, because I'm going to talk you through that now. Now, the account name is going to be Weblinks Video. My Weblinks, my URL, I'm going to be HTTP. That's going to be video.weblinks.ltd.uk. That's the URL for my website. I'm going to set that to be for the United Kingdom, and I'm going to set that to London time, so it'll just coincide with daylight savings. Now, these settings, I'm going to share my Google Analytics data. Now, this is because if I set it up with AdWords or other third-party software later on, this is already ticked, so it's ready for me to go. And I'm going to click yes, I agree, and create my account. Now you'll come through to this screen. Now, on this screen, what I'm going to need to do is create my website, and I'm going to have to add my website. Now, I actually use. Let's just hang on a second. This is a new analytics, and this is how you create your dashboard. Again, I'm going to cover this at a later date. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the old version, because that's the one I use at the moment. Right, I'm going to click. As you can see in that section now, there's nothing being recorded and there's nothing being tracked. The reason is because I haven't installed the tracking code into my website, and you see that with the status there. Now, if I go to Edit, on the right hand side of it, you'll see a section saying Tracking Not Installed. Check status. So I'm going to check my status, and I know the tracking code isn't installed because I haven't put it there. Now, this is the code what we need to put into the website. So what we need to do now is go to our website. So I'm going to go to Video. I'm going to sign in, as you've been shown on the previous videos. I'm going to sign into my WordPress blog. Now, with WordPress, there are lots and lots of plugins for analytics, and they are quite simple and straightforward to use, and they do come with instructions. If you refer back to the add-in plugins video, it'll show you how to do them and how to find those the actual plugins that will do what you want them to do. There are thousands and thousands out there. Not all of them are good, so just be careful when you're installing them. What I'm actually going to do is show you how to hardcode the actual analytics code within the website. Now, on this section here, you'll see a tab called Appearance. I'm going to go into that. I'm going to go to Editor. Now, as for the tracking script, if you read that line, it says copy the following code, then paste it into every page that you want to track immediately before the closing head tag. So, what we need to find is the head tag. Now, in my editor section, this one here, I'm going to look for my header, because this is where the head tag is going to be stored. As you can see, there's the opening head tag. Now, what we need to find is a closing head tag. So, if I scroll down on that, and we're just looking for it, it's going to be near the bottom somewhere, but not quite at the bottom. that is my closing head tag. So I want to put this code into that header. Now on the analytics it says post this script onto every page that you want tracking. Now because I'm installing this into the theme file, or into the theme location in the header, that's going to cover all the pages that I need it to cover. Now what I need to do is click on save. Now I've come across this bit that says you need to make this file writable before you can save your changes. Now this is when the htaccess file is stored within your FTP, so if you open FileZilla again, go into public HTML section. Now once you've done this once, you won't need to do it again. Now this has done it for me because I haven't actually, I've put a new theme on, I haven't messed about with the theme yet. So the htaccess file's there, you right click on that, file permissions, 777, okay. And that, I'm going to go into theme as well, just to make sure. I'm going to my theme, and make sure my theme's writable. I'm going to go to this one, which is the theme that I'm currently using, file permissions. Again, I'm going to set these to 777, recurse through the subdirectories, and click OK. You won't always need to have to do this, and if you've covered the settings video that I've launched earlier on, this will also show you just where to sort out your htaccess file. Now if I refresh that page, you'll see they've got an update file at the bottom. Let's just make sure you see that storage. Let's just find my closing head tag, and you'll see that the code that I've copied has been stored within there. So I'm going to click on update that file. Now the reason I actually didn't stop the video and I wanted to show you that section is because sometimes you will encounter problems with WordPress about little settings that haven't been set correctly. So it was an ideal opportunity just to talk you through how to get that through there. Right, so that tracking code is now installed. Now, unlike Google Webmasters, this doesn't always take straight away. So I'm going to click on Save and Finish. Then I'm going to go back to my website's portfolio. And you see, it hasn't. This can take 24 hours to actually accept. So if I go into that, I'll click on Check Status. And it's waiting for data, so it has been accepted, which is good. So it tells me that analytics has been successfully installed and data is now being gathered. Now, in this section here, that won't. There we go. And that shows me that now it's just waiting for actual traffic to come onto my website. Now, in the new version, it is instantaneous when traffic goes on. In the older version, it can take about 24 hours. So, depending on which one you prefer to use. The new one or the old one, you just select up the top there, you want to use the new one, and again you're into your video account. It's just set out a little different. There is a lot more features. It's great, but you can tell we've had no visits on there at the moment, literally just because we've just installed the tracking. And that's going to cover the end of this tutorial. Like I say, when we've got some data in there, I'm going to be launching more videos just to show you how to read analytics data and the differences between the old and new version. And that's all for now. Thanks, and I'm Danny.